think we have to raise our hands. I think we know the answer. The Rebbe claimed that he learned the concept of success with time from his father-in-law. In 1927, it was a terrible period in Russia. He was not yet Rebbe. He was not yet even married to the daughter of the Rebbe, but they were already engaged, so to speak, and it was clear they were going to get married, and he was having a very warm relationship with his future father-in-law. However, his father-in-law was being hounded by the KGB, the Russian secret police, and in fact, they subsequently arrested him. They said they were going to kill him. There was an international outcry, and he was exiled. During that very tense period, when he was constantly being followed by the secret police, he was due to leave from Leningrad, St. Petersburg, from Moscow in an hour to take a train. And Menachem Mendel, the young Menachem Mendel, was pacing the floor, very nervous. What's going to happen? Is he going to be arrested? And he goes into his father-in-law's room, and his father-in-law is calmly sitting there, reading correspondence, writing answers to people. And he said to him, "How can you be so calm?" And he said, "I learned this concept from my father." He said, "Time is infinite. We all know there are a limited number of hours in a day. There is nothing we can ever do to change that. So the only way we can achieve all that we need to achieve is by working every minute that we possibly can. But what stops us from doing so? Two things. Our thoughts about the past and our thoughts about the future. When we start allowing the past to intrude on our time, we lose a lot of time. I'm sure many of us have that experience. You've had an experience, a positive or more likely a negative experience, or you're worried about something that's going to happen later. So he said, in order to have success with time, you have to be fully focused on what you're doing at that moment. When you read interviews with people who met with the Rebbe, what they say over and over is that when they had their few minutes with the Rebbe, they felt they had his complete attention. And part of the reason they felt that they could share in his wisdom was, he said, because they felt that he was totally in that moment with them. All of us have had that experience of speaking to people, and it's clear. It's not that important to them. They're not really paying attention. Now, this is a very hard thing to achieve, so start by trying to do it for 5 minutes at a time. Sit down and focus on some task and resolve that in those 5 minutes, if any thoughts come to you from the past or come to you about the future, you will try and push them away. And you know what? The more you do it, the easier it'll be easy to become, and you will be very, very much more productive. So in addition to all the other things we talked about, I wish you all a lot of tzlacha b'zman, success with time. Thank you so much.